Hello, my name is Victoria Rios and I'm a student at Sul Ross State University, and I just completed my student teaching fall 2020. I was doing my student teaching here in Del Rio, Texas at San Felipe Memorial Middle School, where I taught 6th grade art. I am making this quick little video to leave advice and tips for the upcoming student teachers planning to do their student teaching spring 21 and fall 21. We are currently living in a world with COVID, and it has changed the whole game. I can tell you that I didn't expect my student teaching to go the way it did, but I can leave this advice and tips based off of my experience, and hopefully it'll help you. The first thing I would like to point out, it would come in terms of your lesson planning. With COVID, I did online, face-to-face, and hybrid instruction, so I had to improvise a lot for my online students, especially in art. A lot of my students didn't have access to material, so I would have to improvise and take that into consideration in terms of my accommodations. So whatever I did in the classroom with my face-to-face students, I had to take in consideration with my online students. Think thoroughly. Plan out as much as you can. Plan ahead of time. You want to have a list of lesson plans before you get started, so that way you won't feel overwhelmed and you're planning last minute. My second piece of advice would be, don't be afraid to ask for help at any time during your student teaching experience. It's very different with COVID. You're going to come across many struggles, many challenges. Don't be afraid to ask questions from your cooperating teacher or from the colleagues around you. Any piece of advice will help. We are all learning in this together. This is our new normal, and everyone's learning it. This has not been mastered just yet. You're not alone in this, so don't be afraid to ask for help. My third piece of advice would be to get materials ahead of time, despite whatever subject you may be teaching. As an art teacher, my cooperating teacher actually had to give up his classroom to another teacher because they had more students than we did in our rosters. So we didn't have access to the materials that he had before. So there we were last minute buying rulers, crayons, color pencils, anything that we may have needed late in the semester. And it would have been better ahead of time if we had known this would have happened. So if you can, go ahead and buy some supplies. You're going to have your own classroom anyway, so it'd be good to have them. My fourth piece of advice would be directed towards communication to your students and the parents. It is as new to them as much as it is new to us. So you want to make sure that they know they are not alone in this. I've come across many parents and students who have a lot of trouble with online teaching. So you want to leave that line of communication open so you can help them best way you can, especially with the online students. My fifth and final piece of advice would be, enjoy it. It seems like it's going to be a rocky road the whole way going through, but you're going to create wonderful memories, a lot of laughs, lots of joys with your kids. You're going to get very attached. I know I did. I love my kids more than anything, and nothing can take away from this experience. Take it all in. This is what you studied for. This is where you're meant to be. It's going to be amazing, and you're going to love it no matter what. Through all the good, all the bad, it's so worth being a teacher. You're going to leave a mark on these kids' lives. I wish you the best of luck, and I know you'll do amazing.